I'm Joshua Perry. I am a former athlete, national champion team captain at Ohio State. Took my little tour around the NFL for a couple years, and I'm here to introduce UpTech Sports. UpTech Sports is a web platform that brings pros coaching young athletes directly on their laptops, their desktop computers, whatever you have. Bring tips and drills and everyday things that they can take into their game. Apex gives you an advantage over your competition. It brings you that edge, but it also brings it convenience. You know, when I was in high school, I had a trainer. You'd have to be able to coordinate schedules. You had to take the time to commute. Apex is something you can do from the comfort of your home. It's founded by Connor Morris, Austin Finstermaker, and Marcus Davis. Marcus and I have a very close relationship. I actually played with Marcus in Little League ball all the way up through high school. He's a very sharp guy, a very hard worker, and so that's why I'm proud to be not only a content contributor, but also an investor. So with that, I'm honored to bring you Marcus Davis and UpTech Sports.
Josh, thank you for the introduction. Hello, everybody. I'm Marcus Davis, co-founder and CEO of UpTech Sports, and we're taking all athletes to their absolute maximum potential. So I want to start off today and tell you guys a short story and introduce you to a young athlete that our team at UpTech Sports met, named Jason. And Jason is an actual UpTech Sports customer today. So when we met Jason, he was living in a very rural area of Kentucky. In the area that Jason lived, there are very few quality coaches for him to learn from. The handful of quality coaches that were in his area were extremely expensive, often charging Jason over $100 per hour. Now, Jason had dreams of eventually playing at the collegiate level, but because he was facing these problems, he didn't have access to the quality of coaching that he needed to reach his dreams. So after meeting Jason, our team decided to dive a little bit deeper into this youth sports market. And what we found is that there are 45 million youth athletes in the United States alone, just like Jason. And 90% of these athletes are facing the exact same problems. These athletes are facing geographical barriers when it comes to coaching. This simply means where these athletes live, there aren't quality coaches for them to learn from. They're also facing financial barriers. Like we saw in Jason's case, quality private coaches are often charging over $100 per hour. And for the majority of youth athletes, this simply isn't affordable. So as a result, these athletes are forced to learn from non-credentialed coaches, and they're never reaching their true athletic potential. So we knew that this was a problem, but the question was there any money to be made in this market? The answer to this question is absolutely 100% yes. We found that youth athletes and their families are spending on average $8 billion a year on quality coaching, even though these problems that I laid out exist. And for that reason, there's a huge opportunity for more accessible quality coaching solution in this market. Enter UpTech Sports. At UpTech Sports, we're partnering with professional athletes to develop online, interactive sports courses. Now, the true value of our courses is that we allow young athletes like Jason to learn directly from top-of-the-line professional athletes. So you can be sure that those athletes are getting the kind of coaching that they need to develop and become a better athlete. On top of that, our solution is completely web-based. This means it's totally on demand. It can be used anytime and anywhere. So in Jason's case, we're eliminating any geographical barriers that you may see. Also, we have the most affordable, quality youth sports coaching solution in this market. So diving a little bit deeper into the product itself and how a youth athlete would engage with our product, the first thing an athlete would do would navigate to our course content catalog page. Here, the athlete will find courses that are taught only by the best professional athletes in the world. From there, the athlete would filter down by sport, then by position, and finally by athlete to find content that's most relevant to them that will make them a better athlete. The athlete can then make a purchase to enroll in the course of their choice. Once enrolled in a course, the athlete will get access to over an hour of video lessons that we work directly with these professional athletes to develop. We then supplement these video lessons with written content and review activities and deliver all of it through an extremely interactive and easy-to-consume online platform that's designed to build better athletes. So looking at our revenue model and how we monetize the product, we charge $30 per course for every course offered on the platform. So say you're a young youth athlete that wants to learn from Joshua Perry on our platform. You would pay $30 for that individual course, and we'd be given lifetime access. From there, we have a revenue share model set up with the professional athletes that we work with to produce these courses. So for example, in Josh's case, he would work with us to produce these courses, and we would share revenue residually going forward. and this is a huge incentive for these professional athletes to come on board and build content with us. So the fact that we are sharing revenue with our professional athletes is a major, and it actually gives us a very unique advantage when it comes to our go-to-market strategy and customer acquisition. So the pro athletes that we're working with to build these content have very large social media followings. As you can see here, one of our partner athletes, Cardell Jones, has 279,000 followers on social media. So the fact that we're sharing revenue with these athletes incentivizes them to promote our courses, brings traffic to the UpTech Sports platform. So since launching the company in January of this year, we've partnered with 7 NFL players. Of those 7 NFL players, 3 of them immediately decided to come on board with us as strategic investors. Those 3 players are Brandon Chubb, Tyvis Powell, and Joshua Perry. So I've talked a lot about football today, but today we're really excited to announce that just recently our team has landed partnership with 2 major sports organizations in Under Armour and Major League Lacrosse. Now, the biggest and most valuable aspects of these partnerships for our company is that both of these organizations will be facilitating introductions to some of the biggest athletes and most notable athletes in the world for us to produce courses with. From there, both these organizations will also be helping with distribution to help get our product to market. So diving a little bit deeper specifically into our partnership with Under Armour. The plan is to grow with Under Armour in 3 phases. Phase 1 of this partnership is live today. And if you go into about 90 Dick's Sporting Goods stores around the country and purchase select Under Armour lacrosse products, you'll see these QR codes attached to the product. If you scan those QR codes, you'll be taken directly to the UpTech Sports platform, where you'll find courses that we work directly with Under Armour and 2 of their sponsored athletes to produce. So again, this is just phase 1 of the partnership, and that's live today in about 90 Dick's Sporting Goods stores. Phase 2 of the partnership is to continue growing with Under Armour and to expand into lacrosse, continuing to build courses with some more of their sponsored athletes. The purpose of phase 1 and 2 of the partnership is to learn together with Under Armour and use those learnings to transition into phase 3. Phase 3 of the partnership with Under Armour is to continue growing with them and get in touch with some of their top of the line athletes. Under Armour is a sponsor company of some of the biggest athletes in the world, like Tom Brady, Bryce Harper, and the list goes on. And through our partnership with Under Armour, we'll have access to some of these top-of-the-line athletes, and they'll also be helping us with distribution. Taking a look at our team, we are absolutely the ideal team to solve this problem. Not only do we have experience with companies like EY, Textron, and we recently graduated from UpTech Accelerator 6 cohort just last year, but we're also lifelong athletes that are extremely passionate about solving this problem. Just a few short years ago, we were in our customers' shoes. We know the problems they're facing firsthand, and we're uniquely positioned to solve those problems. Our extended team consists of some of the most well-connected people in the world in the sports space. We have advisors like Butch Carter, former NBA head coach of the Toronto Raptors, Chris Carter, NFL Hall of Famer, and strategic investors like Joshua Perry and a number of other notable players as well. So we are UpTech Sports. We're taking all athletes to their absolute maximum potential. Thank you.